hey everybody. I said, hey everybody. I said, hey everybody. It's the dugcast. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's me, Doug. Sorry, been taking me a while to get started today. It's been a mess. My nephews came over and I was watching them when he's hanging out playing video games. And when they got ready to leave, Axel decided to run outside. He just run out the door, and Dad's dogs decided to jump him, and they got in a big fight. So then he's all beat up. So I took him for a ride and rode him around, calmed him down a little bit, and we came home. So it's been a little, it's taking us a little while to get home and get started today. It's been one of them kind of weird days. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I'm doing pretty good. It's a nice day other than Axel getting out there getting a fight. Crazy dog. But, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on out there in the world. I wanted to do a little thing, and this is kind of my tribute to Midnight Cherry. He has a channel. If you haven't seen his channel, check it out. And it does he used to do a lot of history streams, and now I don't get to catch stuff as much. But the hangouts changed and all that other stuff changed. But the history streams was always my favorite. We got Sam in the chat. What's up? So today, just because we're thinking about our old buddy Midnight Cherry, wanted to look at what happened on this day in 1984. Now, the reason I'm looking at 1984 is that was the year I was born. So I think we might start doing this, just look and see what went on today in 1984. So let's go to October. And let's see. Let's find. Apparently nothing happened today in October. Oh, there we go. Let's see. We want the 16th. On the 16th in 1984, October 16th, Desmond Tutu, South African Anglican Archbishop, wins Nobel Peace Prize. So there you go. That's what happened today in 1984. That's going to be my new thing. I'm going to start looking and seeing what was going on in 1984. That's only been 35 years ago. I'm getting old. But some other stuff I saw that I noticed, you may or may not care. But when I was a kid, we used to get this magazine, and it was called Disney Adventures. And they had a bunch of comic strips, and they'd have little interviews with people and stuff. But they always had Bone in there. And Bone is a really cool little comic series. You see the artwork here. Well, apparently Netflix is picking it up, and they're going to animate it. That, we've seen some of Netflix's stuff. It could either be like, a hit or just a complete and utter miss. But I think that's really, if they pull it off, it's going to be awesome. So that's something I'm kind of excited about. You know how it is. You kind of get excited. You kind of get a little scared because you don't know if they're going to murder your favorite show or make a really good version of it. You can't ever tell these days. But I hope that turns out great. I don't really have a lot to talk about. I've been playing some guitar and playing some Fortnite. Sam says he hasn't read Bone. It's been a long time since I read it because they would just take little pieces of it and put in there, and every month when you got the magazine, you could read it. But I know one of the last times I was at Books A Million, I saw a collection. It was like a big, giant collection. So, I'm interested to see that. I might actually, I might look on Comixology and see if I can find that and read it. From when I was a kid, I remember reading it. It was a lot of fun. So maybe it's still good. Maybe it holds up. I don't know. Uh, I'm playing some Fortnite. I know I'm an old man that plays Fortnite, and that's sad. Playing with my nephews. But for a free game, that game just gets better all the time. They completely redone the map, added more vehicles. You can pick up your teammates and carry them. Do lots of other cool stuff like that. So if you're on Xbox and you want to play Fortnite, or you want to play Fallout 76, which is the other game everybody hates, hit me up. My user gamer tag is Amazing Dougpool. Not hard to find. Sam says he's got Niobe in the mail today. So yeah, that's cool. Larry, he's on the ball, got that out, and I know he's working on the second book, so I'm sure he'll have that out before long. Larry's a good guy. And I've heard lots of good things about Niobe. I missed out on the Indiegogo. I got so many books I'm trying to keep track of. I'm actually wanting to get a couple more, but you know how it is. I have, I have a budget. I'm trying not to spend all my extra money on Indiegogo comic books, especially since I've not been getting them in a timely manner. I went and just between me and all the internet, uh, I got some refunds on a bunch because they just keep putting them off, and I'm tired of waiting. I'm not seeing any real updates. There's no art. They're not showing any art. They're just saying, "Oh, well, this is going wrong," or "We've not done this," and I'm just tired of waiting. I'm working on comic books. I know how it goes, but I try to show off some. Sam's talking about some books that he's talking about that he's backed. Monster MD, which is a really cool looking book. Mary Sue, that's one that I'm want to back before they go out of demand. Flying Fortress, Soul Finder. I talked to Tim last night on his channel. They're ahead of schedule on that, and it should be. They actually sent that to print, which is awesome. I'm really looking forward to that because I'm a big fan of Tim, old Timothy Limothy. I'm a big fan of his art, and Doug Ernst wrote it, and so his name's Doug, so it's got to be good. Earthworm Jim, man, I am so looking forward to Earthworm Jim. And Doug Tenaple's been posting the videos where he's at the printer getting everything lined up. Oh man, I actually went back and bought an extra copy of that book. I might give it to my nephews, or I might sell it. I can't make up my mind because I know with Bigfoot Bill, everybody that had extras, man, they were selling for big money. So, I kind of looked at it as an investment. And yes, Sam, you are exactly right. Tim is a beast of a worker. I actually, uh, I actually have an idea. I want to run by him and Mark sometime, see how many boogers it takes to get it done. I don't know if you guys, the Three Stooges movie came out a few years ago. I really loved it. There's one part where they're like this, and he goes, "How?" And Larry, the guy who plays Larry, he's like, "How many boogers we talking here?" It's like, "I'm not talking about boogers." I love that movie. It's so good, and I really want them to make a sequel. Will Sasso was great in that. I don't know who played Mo, but that dude was fantastic. All three of them, they were perfect cast. It was a hilarious movie, and pretty much it was just a tribute to like some of the funniest guys of all time. But yeah, Tim is a beast. I look forward to everything the guy does. He's a good guy. He's a hard worker. We were on the Bunderdome last night talking about ears because Tim is an ear doctor. When we was talking about ears, and he was giving some advice and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. I think Mark's a good writer as well. And I'm really looking forward to reading some more other stuff, which I have a huge backlog. I haven't even been reading the books I've got in yet. I'll just get them in, and some of them I read, some of them I put aside. I'm like, I'm gonna read this one. I just haven't gone around to some of them yet. So, yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot to talk about as I get started rambling a little bit. Uh, I'm wanting to do some video game streams, but doing some old school stuff, playing some old Nintendo games, and I really want to pick up an Atari 7800 because they're really cool. So if you guys want to do that kind of, or you're not into that kind of stuff, just let me know. I'm gonna start getting some guests on here sometime, and it's not because I'm lazy that I don't have them on here. I just hate to ask people because I really don't like to bother people. You know, I've got 160 subscribers, and you know, some guys they're super busy. And I just really hate to ask, but maybe we'll start changing that. Maybe I can be a little bit more consistent in my stream times, and that might help. But we was talking about books we want to pick up. I'm really wanting to pick up Dem Kicker if I get the chance. I really like Elliot and Doug. Those guys are fantastic, and uh, a really cool guy on Twitter hooked me up with Gunship Thunder Punch. Uh, you meet some great people, and I can't believe the dude did that for me. So I'm looking forward to that. Uh, and I've got Septinov, which if you don't know the dude has supported so many projects. He's a really good guy. Uh, he's in he's a he got buried in my book in Lone Wolf. He's one of the guys on the tombstone. Love the dude to death. He's going to send me a copy of Shinobi Sasquatch. It's like I said, I can't back all these books. You got so many books, and I really hate to miss out on some of them. Yeah, Sam, definitely, man. Like I said, I just need to get more consistent. I hate to say, well, hey, somebody, we're gonna be on, and then like have a day like today, and pop on a couple hours later. I really don't want to do that. So if you want to, we can plan it out. Love to have you on. Love to hear you talk about a lot of the books that you've been picking up, because me and you have seem like pretty similar taste. So I just really like to see what you think. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here. It's good talking to you, Sam. Hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.